what's the path forward from this? We kind of touched on it a little bit, but like, what do you do now? Like, what's actually in play here? Like, okay, DA gets fired. If he doesn't, what? Like, how do they? How do you even walk back into work after this and say, you know what, bad one, we're gonna just keep it rolling? Like, I don't know how you.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I don't even want to say this on the air, but I mean, the answer if you don't fire him right now is Derek Carr looked rusty, and Olave was out, and Lattimore was out, and all these other guys were out. Does that look? Can you pull off a win against Atlanta and get back to where you were before this game? Where okay, now I've bought another week, and can you look? Start winning half your games, and then do you buy a little more time? I mean, that's the only path forward to lasting the season to me. Like, there's no playoff talk. There's no NFC South talk. There's no winning record talk. I don't even feel like I think I kept saying if you finish 7-10 because you finish 5-4, I bet he saves his job. So now, could he go 5-3 and save his job? Will he even get that opportunity? It would have to start with a win at Atlanta. I think if he didn't get fired today, I think he would get fired with a loss next week. He would certainly get fired with 2 more losses before the bye. Like, it has to immediately look better, and I don't even want to give him that grace, but that's the answer, I think, to that question. Like, it has to immediately look better, and if you win 1, maybe you buy 2 more, and then you got to win 1 of those 2, and then maybe you buy 2 more, and you got to win 1 of those 2. That's my guess. I don't know.
It's just tough. Like, I don't know. I just don't know how you do it. I don't know how you walk in there. I don't know how you keep telling people that the details matter and that you have to earn everything and that job, every week you got to earn your job. Like, it's just tough. Like, when you've lost 7 in a row to just sit there and just, everybody's looking around right now. Like, the conversations we're having, the players are having right now. Like, they talk about it too. Like, they're just sitting around. They're devastated, man. Like, I don't understand how how anybody thinks this stuff is like it's okay. Like,
No, I mean, look at let's go through all the reactions. Tyrann Mathieu, you wrote about, he looked beside himself in the locker room. Cam Jordan looked angry and frustrated on the sideline in the tunnel. Colin Saunders is on Twitter, like, joking about it in a morbid fashion, calling his own team's game the Charmin Poo Poo Bowl or whatever. Like they're trying to laugh through the pain. Alvin is getting more and more candid with his veiled, not so veiled references. Like
Cam's in the tunnel, just devastated. I saw him punch a bench. He's like, it's insane. It's insane. It just doesn't. It's a bad atmosphere to be in. And we're only we're on the fringes of it. We're in there for 45 minutes at a time. It's just not good. This is as bad as anything I've ever seen covering the league. It is. It's rough. I feel bad. I feel bad for the players right now. Because they feel stuck. They don't know what to do. And I don't know that a different coach is a magic elixir. I think there's problems with the roster. I think there's problems with a lot of stuff.
No, it doesn't fix this season.
No,
it just proves that you care.
That you're like, yeah, we're not doing this.
It's a show of it's a gesture.
We hear you.
It's a gesture. We hear you.
Yeah.
It's a gesture more than anything that says this isn't meeting our standard, and we're acknowledging that. But it's not fixing anything.
Yeah, hang on, guys. Don't let this become infectious and cancerous and maybe introduce some type of poison to the situation that makes it much, much worse. But when you go to the interim, it's usually a train wreck too. So, I mean, it's not like it makes it better, but you're just kind of all right, we're going to cut off the cancer and we're going to start healing, but it's going to be a long process. And we're just going to start it now before it spreads. It's basically what you would be doing if you decided to make that.
But since there is a pretty level-headed decision maker at the top of this, that's why it might not happen. That's why, That's why it might be a postseason thing instead of. He's not usually into just gestures for gestures' sake.
Yeah, no, and he doesn't give a damn really what anyone thinks. He's just going to do what he thinks is the right thing.
Right.
And
again, I
don't know, man.
Again, I don't think Dennis Allen is like the reason this is happening. And as soon as they get him out here, that stops it.
Right.
It's just that he's not. He clearly doesn't have the solutions to fix.
He can't fix it.
Yeah.
And maybe nobody can, but
I will say, I mean, every bad thing we both wrote, we both wrote some painful reads. get a drink from one of our great sponsors, Urban South, Hardhide, Aaron Rose, Martin's.
This is a Hardhide call, man. Like, you need the hard stuff.
Go to Martin's, buy some Hardhide, some Urban South beer, and then go to Aaron Rose if you need to be around other people. But there's some hard reads in there. But one thing neither one of us wrote about or thought is that the effort of the energy was lacking. Like the Richard Sherman comments from a couple weeks ago. There were a couple plays where they stopped tackling or whatever. But like, man, some of these guys haven't quit, and one of them is the loudest critic in the locker room, Alvin Kamara, who just went out there and touched the ball 36 times for 215 yards. Like, they're still out there giving it everything they got too. That's probably the most frustrating thing about the whole situation.
Yeah,
is
well, the thing
they're
is,
giving it everything they got, and everything isn't good enough.
I mean, they aren't going to quit because they keep telling us that they're playing for each other. And the funny thing is that their buy-in for each other is the thing that is going to keep. If it keeps it together, that's the thing that's going to keep it together, is that the effort.